Hello everyone, back in the shop again working on this CJ5 frame, and I'm putting a new Crossmember on it, and I showed you this a few videos ago. I have this area patched in now, and that was completely rotted away. You see that old Crossmember there had a hole right in it. That got rusted through. What you're seeing here is weldable primer. Here's our plate, also has weldable primer. There'll be a little bit more weldable primer there. That's going to go on there. Put that rivet in first. And then we have 2 rivets there, a couple of rivets right here, and we've got some on the bottom. So we're going to hot rivet this today. I'll show you how to get these in there properly. And first thing I'm going to do is get this piece fit, weldable primer back there. Get it tacked up. We'll put that one rivet that goes right here. We'll take it off to put that rivet in. It'll be easier and I can show you better. And then we'll put this back on, and we'll probably start on the top right there and right there. Get some rivets in there, and we'll just keep working at it little by little. I will show you the process, and we'll get this rear cross member installed correctly. So hang in there with me, and I'm going to get some some things set up here. I'm going to get the welder over here, so we do get some welds here and on the bottom. I'll get everything set up here and be right back with you. Hey guys, we're going to stick a rivet in here. I'm going to show you how to hot rivet. I'm going to do this easy one first on the bench. Matt's going to work the camera. When you have your rivet in there, this is a 3/8 rivet. So you want 1.5 times the diameter to form your head. So that would be 3/8, then half of 3/8 would be 9/16. So to measure them, I just use a 3/8 nut, because that's 9/16. And then you just cut it right at 9/16, and that'll give you the perfect amount to make a flat head. If you were doing a round head, that's a 5/16 rivet, but it will be the same thing. And the same thing if you were doing a 3/8 round head rivet. 1.5 times diameter is where you want to be. So we're going to get set up. We're going to heat this. You want to make sure your hole and your rivet are very tight. If you have too much slop there, your rivet's not going to set properly. So if you have an oversized hole, weld it up and drill it again. But this is a brand new Crossmember, so the hole is perfect. We're going to heat it. We're going to expand it. We're going to heat it and expand it, and then we'll make the head. And you'll see the process as we go, and we're going to get set up for that now. Okay guys, I've got my smallest rosebud tip in here. I got Matt who's going to heat the rivet, and our first heat, we're going to bang it straight down, and we're going to expand it in the hole. Back off. Okay. Back on. Nice and low. Hit the other side. Yep. Go flat down on the top. Flat down on the top. Let's do that. got this right on the bench, guys, so the bench is taking a lot of heat out of that rivet. When you do it on a frame, you won't have a big heat sink like that, and it'll go faster and easier. So Matt's got to put a lot of heat into it just to get it to move, because the heavy bench is taking all the heat out. Yes, right there. You got it. Good. Settling. Good. Okay guys, our rivet is in. It's cooled off. You can see it's not wiggling around in there. It's nice and tight. If you do your rivet right, it shouldn't move. If for some reason you didn't have a good backup or something went wrong and that's wiggling around in there, cut it out and start again, because it's not doing anything. Now there's an original, that's the other side of the rivet, and that's what the head looks like. And that's the head that we made. So everything looks good, same size. And that's what we're going to do the whole way. Like I say, this is a CJ5, so all the rivets are flat. You've got a CJ2A, 3A, 3B, or you're doing the front on a CJ5, you're doing the front bumper on a CJ5, that's going to be a round head rivet. The steps are all the same, 100% the same, except you use a round rivet set. There's nothing different about it, and they're easy to do just like this flat one. So we'll get these in there, and the most critical thing is you back it up real solid. We're going to be putting them in from the back and buck in the front, and back it up real solid and hit it. I think I got some steel coming in, so we're going to take a break now, and I got to unload some steel. I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, I'm just getting busy welding in the cross member. It's lined up with all our holes. I like to have it securely fastened to the frame before I start the hot rivets. So we've got a few areas to weld. I hope the welding shots are coming out okay. And we're just using the MIG welder, 23 thousandths wire, and argon CO2 mix. And we'll just go ahead and get some welds on here, and then we'll start the hot riveting. Okay guys, we got this this bottom rivet in. I think you can see it. We're going to set the top one now. It's got to be nice and solid. Got a piece of 1.5 inch steel in the back. I got a 1-inch plate in the front, and we got a clamp with some heavy duty clamps. And Matt's going to heat that up, and we're just going to hot rivet that right in place. little bit. I like it.
Good. That's it?
Yep. Okay guys, I'm just gonna heat the rivet this time, and Matt is gonna buck this rivet, and I just want to show you guys, if you set up with good clamps and plenty of heavy duty backing, they're not hard to do. This is Matt's first time setting the rivet, so I just want to show you guys, don't be afraid to do this. Just let it happen. We're going to do the whole rivet through here, so if you don't want to see it, fast forward. But they're not hard to do if you take your time, you're patient, and you set up real good. So I'm going to heat up for Matt. Do it, man. Yep, don't beat up that rivet, man. Don't beat it up. Smack it. Are you going to swing a hammer, or are you going to... You weren't swinging.
Should I switch over to that?
Not yet, not yet. But you got to swing the hammer, man. Swing it. Not like a girl. Come on. Swing it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Give it hell. Hit the rivet. Hit that bastard. All right, hold it.
There you go.
All right, pick up your setting tool.
All right.
And don't miss and hit your hand.
Right.
You ready?
Try it like this.
Do it. Yeah. Stay on the rivet, man. Stay on the rivet.
It's getting there.
We got an audience now. Chip's coming in. Do it. Stay on the rivet. Stay on the rivet. Yeah. Don't beat up my rivet, man. Do not beat up my rivet. Hold it tight against the rivet and hit the end of it.
Yep.
Go. Yeah, let's look at it. Good. Well, you are beating that. Grab the ball pin. You are beating that thing up. Flatten that out. Yep.
Back to this guy.
Only if you can hold it on there good. You gotta hold it on there. Don't let it jump back. You ready?
Yep.
Hold it on there tight. Yeah. Good? You got it.
Good.
Okay guys, there's Matt's rivet in there. It's secure, it's plenty good in there. We just got a tiny little mark from the bucking tool. Got to make sure you hold that bucking tool tight to the rivet and don't let it bounce. But we'll dress that up with the sander just a little bit. I'm going to do the top one, the upper one, and then we'll throw one in the top next. So, you know, if you're trying this for the first time, don't be afraid to to just get in there, heat it up, and buck some rivets. It takes a little bit to get the hang of, but that first one there is plenty secure, and we'll just keep moving on. Hey guys, there are our last 2 rivets. Those are on the bottom. Those are the hardest ones when you got a chassis with wheels. And let me roll over here. Oops. We got 2 right there. And then we got a couple there, one in the center. Those 2 guys. And we got our top ones right there. And that is now a correctly installed rear cross member. I know there's a lot of guys that use those rivet bolts, those round head rivet bolts. You tighten them and then the piece breaks off and you dress the head. And that's okay if you're doing a 2A or 3A or something like that. But if you have to do flat rivets, I don't know if anybody makes those, but it's a good skill to have because you could work on anything, any vehicle that needs a rivet once you get your hot riveting down. So, next step is going to be to fit the drawbar because he wants a hitch on the back of this guy. So I got the plate right there, the drawbar sitting over there. I'll get that bolted up, and next thing we'll do is get to sandblasting this thing. So if the weather holds out, we'll get that done and get some primer on it. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys how to put a cross member on if you need to, and how to hot rivet it. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.